This video is brought to you by Private Internet Access VPN. As I absent-mindedly scrolled through Twitter the other week, I stumbled across something that shook me to my very core. A revelation so haunting that I had to step away from my phone and take a break. Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Yes, that has been on the air for longer than Dragon Ball Super.
What?
What?
Holy shit.
Why are we still here? I know, right? Although dramatically shorter in runtime, Heroes has been on the air for 36 months compared to Super's 32 months. And I'm not sure how to process this. Did I fall into the void and lose years of my life? Did the apocalypse happen and I woke up in another dimension? Is Dragon Ball Heroes a Loki variant? I have many questions, but to get to the bottom of this mystery, we have to henceforth march forward unto the brink, my friends.
Oh my!
That's right, 14 months after our last venture, we're diving back into the bonkers, the bizarre, and apparently time-traveling world of Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Episode 21. There it is, the breakneck logic-defying pace that this show operates within. It's almost like this show has no interest in plot. Well, okay, almost. It does technically care about it, it just tries to get through it as fast as possible. We learn who we're following, what the problem is, who's been involved in all of this, and what we'll be focusing on in the space of, and I kid you not, about a minute. I swear, it felt like, I'm Trunks and this is Pan and we're after losing a bird. Where did it go? Cut to Earth. Oh my god, check it out. There's this weird looking bird that happened to appear by us. What are the odds? Enter Pan and Trunks.
Exposition.
Enter Gods of Destruction? I mean, what's happening? Oh, there it is. What is happening? The single most common phrase uttered while watching this show. How I've missed thee. They should put on a shirt. Super Dragon Ball Heroes. What the fuck is happening? But wait, no time for that because Beerus is trying to destroy the bird, but then the bird gets rid of his Hakai and then pieces out with Pan, and so naturally it's time for Beerus versus Goku round 2. Oh, and Goku screams so loud that the weather changes from sunny to thunder and lightning in the span of, and I kid you not again, a couple of seconds. But just as fast as it started, Few shows up, and it turns out he's behind all the confusion, just like last time. And he has the evil version of Toki Toki, that bird that Beerus was, yeah, that guy. Well, the evil version of that is called Doki Doki. Episode 22. Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks versus Beerus is really boring and gets interrupted by Time Patrol Goku and Vegeta, who show up out of nowhere. Roots take hold of the different universes leading to the rest of the Gods of Destruction to peace out back to where they came from, and okay, get this right. Few, for literally no reason at all, decides to show up in front of Beerus, Trunks, and 2 sets of Goku and Vegeta, and decides to show them that he's behind all of this and tells them what he intends to do. Without this, they would have had literally no idea, and he would have gotten away with it too. So, if you'd like to... Forgot this. If you're interested in checking out Super Dragon Ball Heroes for yourself, you have 2 options. The first is watching some low-quality re-upload, and the second is watching via the official source. Unfortunately, that official source is locked exclusively to the region of Japan, and these types of country-specific locks are becoming more and more common across streaming services. Thankfully, however, there's a simple solution. Private Internet Access VPN. PIA offers one of the most simple-to-use VPN solutions out there. After a quick install on your PC, phone, or tablet, you get access to servers in over 75 countries, and with a quick click of a button, those pesky region locks are going to vanish, leaving you with a wealth of new content to enjoy. The benefits aren't limited exclusively to streaming services either. In this day and age, your internet service provider is constantly monitoring each and every website you visit. Whether you're at home or using your public Wi-Fi spots, your privacy is at risk. But thanks to PIA, once you enable your VPN service, your data is routed through encrypted tunnels away from prying eyes, even those at PIA themselves. So, if you'd like to protect yourself online today and gain access to some region-exclusive content, simply click the link in the description and get PIA VPN for less than $3 a month. With 2 extra months for free, that means like only $2.08 per month and 83% off. And with a 30-day money-back guarantee, it's totally risk-free. So, give it a try. I hope you find it as useful as I did. This is some of the most clunky, unnecessary, and hilariously bad exposition I've seen, even by hero standards, but Look, like I said before, I'm not expecting Shakespeare from the story. It is an advertisement after all. Heck, I'm barely anticipating a story, so when I saw that there was a actual reason, a tenuous reason, for Beerus to once again get sidelined, I was peeved, but at the very least, he's not piecing out for no reason at all. They have, at the very least, given him a storied reason for not participating in the main plot this time. And you know what? On a foundational level, I can get behind that. Giant Patrol Goku and Vegeta, on the other hand, literally, okay, they literally show up and say virtually nothing of substance. They just watch everything happen and then leave saying, "We will do our own investigating."
Well, my work is done here.
What do you mean your work is done? You didn't do anything.
Didn't I?
Cool, thanks for the contribution, guys. Maybe in your investigation you can, I don't know, find any reason at all for being there next time. Also, I love the enthusiasm from Trunks when he says, "I'll go with you," to our Goku and Vegeta, you know? But okay, question. Am I supposed to know where the next step in this process will be? Where are we going? How exactly is he going to Oh, never mind. They're powering up and flying towards the screen on their way to somewhere. Episode 23. So Fu brings a bunch of villains from Dragon Ball's films and GT together, somehow, and Turles fights Bojack. It's bad. Thanks to the power of editing, Goku and co are now out looking for Fu on some random planet by following the bird. Can people understand this bird? How do they know to follow it? Why do we meet Colonel Sanders in this episode? Well, the last one's obvious. It's all down to Time Patrol, Vegeta, and Goku's vague and nondescript investigations. The other questions I have, however, I don't know, but what I do know is that this is a story where the tree huggers are the bad guys and the tree cutters are the good guys. It's very regressive messaging. Nothing much happens in this episode. Goku and Vegeta fight Turles and Bojack in a very boring combat that uses the exact same shots over and over and over again that we've seen before in prior episodes. Episode 24. Before I get into this episode, I gotta address something. Because of how short these episodes are, the formula that they use is ridiculously transparent. Think about it. Every episode ends with something coming out of nowhere with great promise for the next episode, like a transformation or a new character entering the fray. Seriously, that covers like 90% of all these episodes alone, and when the next episode comes around, it's like, gotta deal with this new thing people were excited for as fast as possible so that we can get back to the boring parts of the episode and explore more boring, clunky exposition before once again ending on something like a transformation or a character reveal. Anyways, time for episode 24. So, right after the new character, Terminator Colonel Sanders, shows up, Time Patrol Vegeta and Goku turn Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4, but to no avail. It's honestly a really boring fight, which, aside from a few amazing fight sequences that this side series has been blessed with, it's pretty par for the course to get an average boring fighting affair. Which is a shame considering that Super Dragon Ball Heroes is a property that relies on style over substance. Switching gears for a second to deal with our Goku and Vegeta fighting Turles and Bojack, the Dogi Dogi bird flaps its wings, stopping them from moving. Okay. Fu steals Toki Toki and they all peace out once again. The scene then cuts quickly to Terminator Colonel Sanders arriving somewhere, we don't know where, calling out Janemba's name. See what I mean about every episode being the same? They physically can't hook you with the story, so they just throw nostalgic names at you, and I can't blame them. It must totally work because these episodes are uploaded on YouTube and get so many views. I can see people watching this shouting at their monitors and phones like, "Oh my god, that's the guy from The Thing!" Yes, it is the guy from The Thing, and guess what? Every episode is going to have some guy from something or some transformation from something. Or, in the case of this episode, both. Episode 25. Anyways, next episode. Oh my god, it's Janemba! He's the guy from the movie that I like! This is gonna be awesome for some reason. Okay, like, jokes aside, I honestly have absolutely no clue how this even works or makes sense, even in this reality. I mean, wasn't Janemba originally just some caretaker from Otherworld that got infected by the fumes from a certain machine that breaks down? So, is this that guy? Oh, wait, no. According to Colonel Sanders over here, it's, quote, resurrected Janemba? I'm gonna be honest, dude. That makes even less sense. Does it mean that this isn't the same character? And if that's the case, then that's not the guy from That Thing that I like. And look, I swear I'm not making this up. As if by magic, out of virtually nowhere, a tear in space and time opens up, dropping Goku, Trunks, and Vegeta onto the battlefield. And it doesn't appear as if anyone on the battlefield has an answer as to why this happens in the first place. I guess they just got lucky and don't really feel like addressing that obvious Deus Ex Machina. The fight continues, it's boring, Trunks turns Super Saiyan 3. Again, it's boring. And these two new characters descend from the heavens called Majin Salsa and Poutine. This is the dumbest stuff I've ever seen from this series, which means things are going to get good. Episode 26. Maximum dumb in this episode. So everyone decides the best course of action is to give all their energy to a version of themselves that they don't know fully yet, and then the two Time Patrol Saiyans go, Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4, yes, you heard me right, and they then punch Janemba real hard. Janemba goes bye-bye. That's the episode next. Episode 27. Every episode seems to have our characters flashing from one location to the next without any rhyme or reason. This would bother me if not for the fact that the bar is so unbelievably low now that the concept of plot seems like an unfair standard to set. The passing grade for Super Dragon Ball Heroes is flashing colors at this point, so what happens in this episode? Honestly, I have no idea. Fu shows up to speak, Vegeta gets mad at the big evil tree, Fu is sucking Cumber, Vegeta and Goku get possessed, and then they fuse with the Kai earrings that seem to be more plentiful than the sensu beans in this universe.
Whoa, what?
If that seems like a lot to cover in literally 5 minutes, then I guess your power level is too low to watch Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Episode 28. Alright, Jesus, okay, so there's this girl, right? She created Fu and using the energy of Cumber restrains the rest of them before talking about that one guy Trunks defeated in that god-awful special he did a while back. This is so convoluted and weird and not in a good way. Then this guy shows up, I don't really know his name, we'll call him Lineface. Lineface suddenly appears and drops Super Saiyan 4 Time Patrol Goku's two children in a heap before him. Once they collect their dark aura, your guess is as good as mine here, they get cast somewhere through some dimensional wormhole thing. I hope you're not expecting answers from me or this show, because if you are, you're going to be disappointed. Vegito fights Fu in a slightly above average visual display, and then the Universe Seed is destroyed through a wish from Beerus using the Super Dragon Balls off screen. Yes, that actually happens. Episode 29. Episode 29 of this series is a special of sorts. It's a standalone episode disconnected from everything we've seen, and it's all the better for it, I think. It's still nothing special, but it's a cute advertisement for the game that this series is encouraging people to buy into. The story shows a young kid showing up at a shopping center to compete in the game with another young girl. They get sucked into the game and all sorts of fighting with all sorts of different characters takes place. Again, it's nothing special per se, but it works as a commercial for this game. Okay, back to the actual story now. Episode 30. So Fu gets big mad until he somehow learns his tragic backstory, and now he's a Dark Lord with a big energy cape. I'm not kidding, that literally happens. He uses his new powers of contrivance to restore the tree, but wait, Vegito cuts in, and wait again, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito cuts in also, appearing from yet another portal in the sky. Okay, apparently helped by Demigra. I've either no clue who this person is or I've completely forgotten about them. Either way, it's hilarious to watch this madness unfold. The episode ends in a more traditional fashion with a random scene of Broly turning around with glowing eyes. He's never been in this arc so far, so it's par for the course with a new reveal at the end of every episode. This is the dumbest show ever and I love it. Episode 31. The name of the episode is Limit Breaker Broly is Resurrected. Let that sink in. So, as Fu tangos with two Vegetos that have lasted in their respective forms longer in this instance than the entire series combined, it feels like, suddenly transports them or conjures a floating fortress in space beneath a big tree when Broly suddenly attacks. Remember, this story began with Goku playing with a bird, and now it's... I have legitimately no more words to accurately convey my bewilderment and shock over how stupid this is. So, let's turn to the dictionary. This is inscrutable beyond any measure. Okay, I feel better. So Fu restores the tree to Broly's unheralded and sudden arrival. Time to deal with that now, I guess. Episode 32. So Blue Vegito keeps Broly busy while Super Saiyan 4 Vegito fights Fu. That's most of the episode. But perhaps the strangest thing happens in the series yet. It doesn't end in a cheap fashion like with a transformation or a new character revelation. Instead, the hook is narratively driven. Bum bum bum! Sort of. Suddenly, Goku awakens outside the Capsule Corp totally fine. How did he get there? How will he help his friends? Tune in next time. Episode 33. Alright, it's next time. So, apparently the last episode was the end of the last arc, and this is the start of a brand new one. It seems like this story does the exact opposite of Super. It connects arcs, but not episodes within an arc. Interestingly, however, it's revealed that Fu was successful and that Goku is now in a universe that Fu created as he's hunted down through the streets of West City. That's that's sort of cool, I guess. That is until I realized that Frieza and Mecha Cooler are the ones chasing after him. So Heart shows up, and I'm not even remotely kidding here. I didn't recognize him without his sunglasses. Apparently he's a good guy now. I like how Ultra Instinct is being used here in the setting also, but yeah, Mask Goku shows up, no idea what that means. Next episode. Episode 34. The animation and direction in this one is noticeably different. It's not the same shots over and over again, or the same boring layouts and cuts of animation. There's a different person behind the wheel of this one, and it's abundantly clear. So, this evil Goku is using the Dark Dragon Balls to empower and control Frieza and Cooler. And then Broly shows up out of nowhere making loud and annoying noises again, reminding me that yes, I am indeed watching Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Everyone disappears and we get a new goal. Collect all the Dragon Balls to make a wish, all the while Vegeta's above them about to fight Comber and Turles. Episode 35. There's again more fighting in this episode with some Super Saiyan Rose and Super Saiyan Blue Goku, not to mention Turles and Comber going at it, but the highlight for me has to be the instances where the series suddenly shifts as Turles encourages Vegeta to try and embrace his darker side, through which were shown reanimated versions of iconic scenes from the original series, and for a brief moment I remembered what it was like to watch Dragon Ball and enjoy it. In a moment where I genuinely felt as though Vegeta's character was treated with some level of intelligence by referring to his past to inform his present. And I say that totally ignoring how dumb it looked with the black and blue aura, by the way. But the reason I draw attention to this at all is because it made me stop to think. Having spent the last year and a half reading and reviewing some of the best stories in Shonen, returning to the Dragon Ball franchise by way of Super Dragon Ball Heroes was a less than satisfying affair. I mean, it's sort of like returning to watch Disney by way of the live-action Mulan movie. It's trash and it's unanimously recognized by the majority as such. But even with that in mind, this show, while reminding me of what the series was, has planted a few seeds of doubt. Dragon Ball was my favorite story for most of my life and was one that has given me the life that I have today. I wouldn't have a channel if not for that very series. The colourful and lighthearted characters as well as the iconic moments throughout will always hold a special place in my heart, but having watched all of those episodes of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, it's left me wondering, does the original Dragon Ball hold up after all these years? Is it as good as I remember it to be? Or has the last year full of reviewing the very best Shonen has to offer changed my perception on the series that started it all for me? So, I've got an idea. It's been a very long time since I consistently uploaded Dragon Ball content, and the early portion of the series is one of the most underrated aspects of the story, with the most casual fans never having even seen it. So, seeing as I've reviewed all of Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball Super, how about I finish this series right? Starting next week, I, Totally Not Mark, am returning to Dragon Ball to review Akira Toriyama's worldwide smash hit. I'll see you there.